Zero orchestra.
Yeah, there was horns on the third track.
Okay, but the big horns are in.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, Zero Orchestra, yeah, that's the last song I wrote. And yeah, that song is just wholly influenced by, like, I grew up listening to big band, Count Basie, Django Reinhardt, just all of them, right? My dad, Glenn Miller. So one song that I've always been extremely fond of is "Keep the Customer Satisfied" by Simon & Garfunkel, and the horn arrangement at the end of that song is unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. And actually, me and Terry Townson, we had a conversation about that when he came in to play the trumpet on that bit. Because what happened with the horns in this record is we tracked them with the people that we had originally booked, and it was so bad that me and Warren were in a panic. And the whole record had been chill up to that. It was pretty chill up to that point, right? And then we were in a panic because we thought, well, we're going to have to go to L.A. because it's just no one in this town has got the kind of chops we need to pull this off. And that song's not an easy song to play.
No,
right?
It's not.
And not only that, the arrangement that we used on it, I wrote it obviously with a keyboard using sound, so you don't go into specific instruments, right? Mostly I used an orchestral trombone section that I pitched up and down because I can get different qualities, right? But it's a lot different when we start to score it because then we go into trombones, sax.
So who would arrange this? You'd have to hire somebody to arrange it?
No, me and Warren did it.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, and and then we did the Gil Evans thing like he did on Sketches of Spain with Miles Davis. We put a French horn in Dolls. This was as well. So we originally got all the guys to come in and lay down the certain parts, and it was just so not there. Warren's like trying to pitch horns and pitching live horns. My God, it's just I'd rather throw yourself in the ocean full of sharks. It's just not good. So we thought we're going to have to go to L.A. It's like the closest place that's got players that can just lay this down. And then Bernie called someone. Bernie, you called somebody, right? And what? He called Craig Northey, and then Craig Northey tipped him off to a guy named Terry Townson, who had just moved back to Vancouver from Nashville. And Terry played with Kenny Rogers for 20 years, Shelby Lynn, a whack of people, like big session guy in Nashville. And he came in and murdered it. Just murdered it. It was unbelievable. I think me and Warren, we were weeping. We were holding each other. It was like that good. My God, it's been saved. And and he did exactly what we wanted him to do. Exactly. Like we were, even though in the language in from his world to mine, there's obviously I didn't know what a flip was until Terry told me what a flip was. But I was kind of like, well, can you do this? To or whoop whoop. At the end of bars, and he's like, oh, you want me to do a flip? Okay, sure, yeah, I can do that, or whatever. And I'm like, yeah. And then at the end of it, it's just like, dude, go to town. Just go to town. You know the part now? Just freaking go to town. And he did. And everyone else on the song just basically followed along, with regards to their parts. And it just turned out magnificently.
So